Oh, hi Terry. And how have you been? There we go. Ah, that's good. Now, I did a ton of grinding on this game. I've got to admit, between the grinding, the bad storyline, the endless bugs, the emptiness, the boring, I think it's the worst game they ever released. And apparently, I'm not alone. It's got the worst Metacritic score now. It's down to 71. Fallout 76 was a little bit better than that. Yeah. Skyrim is on 93. And that game is, what, 12, 13 years old? This one hasn't been out a few months. Oh my good god. 76, yeah. I never thought I'd see this company go so stupidly bad. I had a sneaking feeling this is what I didn't expect it to be as boring as this. Well, it's not out and out boring, but it's very... It drags so much. I think it's the empty spaces, just breaks you out of immersion. Like you're playing Valheim, or, when you're in the mood, or the likes of Skyrim, and 6-7 hours roll by, you think you've only been on an hour. Not with this one. You feel every minute. But it's a pity. If I had 2 words for this game, Terry. Oh, and Happy New Year to you too, Tigger. Hope you've been well. If I had to describe this game in 2 words, I would use the words unfulfilled potential. It had the potential to be a good game. Pity. So, what have you been up to, Tigger? Now, okay. The grinding is kind of added to get you to have maybe 2 or 3, maybe at least 3 kind of new game pluses just to keep the game going. I was watching YouTube and it said Todd has a 5-point plan to save Starfield. It's only been released, what, 4 months or something, and they're trying to save it. My god. He's introducing city maps. Wow. They had that in Morrowind. Oh. Oh. Oh, that is a pity. But it was on the cards, Tigger, wasn't it? You see, as far as I've gathered, it's a package deal, isn't it? Your mum and your brother, that's, let's say, not exactly in his right mind. That's a big stress, you know what I mean? We call that here fish and flesh. To make fish of one and flesh of another. Mm. It means when you favour someone, let's say, you know, when you favour one over another, no matter what the cost. Hi, Crazy Fish, and how are you? Yeah, yeah, it seems to be that way, all right. Yeah, that's I've seen that play out a good few times. Um, what can I say about a situation like that, Tigger? To not let it bother you because it's not worth your time. You know what I mean? If that's how they want to act, that's their loss. No, actually, well, a little bit, yeah. About 10 minutes early, yeah. About 10 minutes. I'm down for 1:30 a.m. my time, which is, I think about, let me see. It's about 8:30 p.m. I'd say, Friday, Eastern Standard Time. So, what have you been up to, Jonathan? Yeah, but I think you knew how it was gonna go, Tigger. You know, something like that just doesn't start, you know, that must have been a kind of trait, let's say, that was going on, well, forever, really, you know. And thanks for lurking, Tigger. Yeah, you knew it was coming, you know what I mean? But it was either that or, well, basically, you know, you'd have to let your brother live in with you again, because that's where it was going, you know. Accepting them and what they're doing to you would never have been enough. Yeah, you would literally have to be his carer, you know. Saturday here. Yeah, same here. Saturday morning. Nice, nice. So you get a bit of a break. There's nothing like clocking out on a Friday evening, is there, Jonathan? I suppose my mum is like that as well, Tigger, but not, let's say, as bad as that, you know. But she does tend to favour the annoying one, you know, the one that's the most trouble. Always has. Oh yeah, yeah. That was a dead end. That was going to lead to an absolute disaster. You know what I mean? That had to be stopped. Like, you just didn't want to associate with your brother. You know what I mean? Because you showed me the video as well. Now that is absolutely unbelievable. How you put up with it for so long is beyond me. You've got the patience of a saint. But this is obvious to your mum as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think she's made the decision really. Well, to be honest, you know, if your brother wasn't there, it would be something else, I'm guessing. You know what I mean? Hmm. Makes no sense. Has no logic. But then it never does it? Oh, hi, Georgia. Pretty good. Pretty good. And you? And how have you been? You get a certain amount of that, you know, obviously in every family, or at least few is going that way, you know. But usually, if there's, you know, a few kids and one of them is always getting into trouble, yeah, yeah, you'll see that a lot. Mm. Lost it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's, you know, anyone that's addicted, you know, that's classic, isn't it? You know what I mean? Grabbing your TV, your phone, whatever's lying around, doesn't matter who it is. All about that next fix. Pretty good, pretty good. And I hope yours is going well as well. And have you been, Georgia? Same old, same old. Now, up you go, Rex. You should be asleep. I don't want no doggy cuddles. No. You poor dog. Come on, you better go sleep. You've eaten a lot of chicken. You have. Yeah. Have you played this one, Georgia? Todd has outdone himself on this. I'll be honest, I haven't made a decent game since Skyrim. Yeah, he's gone back to bed now. He probably heard me talking. Okay, we're gonna pick a quest, guys. Oh, keep away from it, Georgia. Yeah, it's definitely, like, even if you don't mind reloading, you know, several times, maybe losing 60 hours in the game, even if you can stand that kind of thing, the sheer space between things to do is ridiculous. The loading screens, you know, you go into caves, endless caves that are empty. You know, maybe a cup or a saucer inside. Horrible. Very, very little immersion in it. Now, I do like the ship thing, but that's bugged beyond all belief. The building is an absolute joke. I bought some kind of house here, and it's impossible to put the flooring down without a mod. You know what I mean? One in particular would be placed anywhere. And there's some things you can't do, and I'm guessing they're leaving them open for the Creation Club. You know, things they left out that they'll fix by selling it to you. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I think it's best you do. You know, I'm a big Fallout fan and Skyrim and that, but this, to be honest, well, if it had no real bugs, you know, it'd be worth one playthrough. You know, good enough for Game Pass, kind of rubbish, you know. But it cost, well, it didn't cost me, I got it as a present, but still, cost the old ball and chain. So, I'll have to get my money's worth out of it. But there's a lot of potential in this game, yeah, and it's definitely unfulfilled, you know. If the right person got their hands on this, you know. But I think the way they engineered it, even modders can't fix this, to be honest. You know, your spawn point is at your ship, and the further you move out, the more chances there is of problems. And the space travel is a joke. It's a loading screen. But I'd still, as I said, if it wasn't for the game-stopping bugs, I've got more bugs in this one, Georgia, than I did at, let's say, Skyrim and Fallout 4 put together. You could try in New Vegas as well, easily. It might have been their least buggy on launch, but once you get in 10, 15, 20 hours, oh my god. I've never seen anything like it. Especially, they never fixed that workbench bug as well either, you know? And that keeps messing up. But I found a fix for that. I was cut off from the entire settlement. Total Fallout 4 workbench. Yeah. Now, enough of my complaining. I knew what I was getting into. So, okay, right. Blah blah blah. These ones here. Neon encountered man. No, we're not going there. That's the Crimson Flight. I hope this questline, like Fallout, doesn't kind of divide, so you can't get all the achievements and you need another playthrough. I'm not really in the mood. I might come back to this in about 2 or 3 years, maybe. You know, if the modders do something with it. And even I can't, you know, they can do something with the bugs and that, and maybe even add a few things, but you know, they're not going to improve the story, to be honest. Now, that's the main one. I heard that's an absolute joke. It's a fetch quest. All of them. Tell me how you want to run the Red Mile. No. Location. What's that? Speak with a Trackers Alliance agent. Okay. We'll do that. Let's see what that one is about. This is in Mars. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see what it's about. Yeah, the whole main quest line is fetch. Go get that piece of artifact. Come back. We give you some money and a weapon that's absolutely useless that you can craft better. Or something like that. Or some stupid power or something, you know. I can't understand why they didn't stick... bring in some decent riders, you know. It definitely needs a better story. You know what I mean? So, Todd is all about PR and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And BS, to be honest. But it's stable enough. It's just the bugs that keep, you know, cropping in. They haven't overloaded it, and they were very careful to do that at the expense of adding anything to it, if you know what I mean. But look at this. Just let me show you this. Now that's that solar system, right? See all the planets. Now, when you arrive here on any one of these planets, there's a loading screen. So, you know, that's basically, you know, another little cell. So you can work away. Absolutely empty planet. Maybe a couple of buildings. The usual stuff. You kill a few guys, get some junk. That kind of thing. Boring. Reminds me of, you know, kill the raiders and protect the settlers in Fallout 4. Right? You might get the odd village in that and get another boring kind of kill the raiders thing. And then, let's say, on the major cities where there's not many, you'll get kind of quest lines. But it's like a kind of old school Mass Effect, you know. The characters have no well, I know they don't have personality anyway, but there's no hook in the game. You know, you can't kind of get fond of the characters, you know what I mean, like you would in other games. So it's like, you know, basically renewing your license or going to a government office and, you know, speaking to someone. It's that kind of... It's like everyone you're talking to for quests is like Paladin Dance. You know, from Fallout 4. That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And it reminds me too much of the Institute. Except for Neon City. That looked okay. But so the NPCs are pretty lame. You know? The menu is horrible. Absolutely horrible. You know, you have to push about 5 buttons to get into somewhere. Like, you've even got to go through 2 menus to quit the game. You know? And they still haven't fixed the inventory system in this game. Selling inventory and storing it is an absolute pain. Yeah. This is way worse. I don't know how he manages to do it, Georgia. You know, no matter how low I set the bar, he literally limbos under it. You know what I mean? From now on, I think I'll expect a kind of cyberpunk launch kind of thing. You know what I mean? But they gave it a clean launch, but that was about it, you know. I heard it's playing much, much better on PC. They're not getting a quarter of the bugs we've been getting here on Xbox. Which is kind of bad, you know, because Microsoft, you know, are selling consoles. You expect that to put a little bit of work into it. Now remember, this is a game that Todd had a year longer than he was supposed to. You know, he was trying to launch it twice and then held back for, what was it, a year and a half for it to polish it up. So you can imagine what way it would have been, let's say, if you released it, you know, that year or two earlier. We expect the horrible bugs, but the story is even worse than the one in Fallout 4, and that was bad. The only thing that kept me in Fallout 4, let's say, the story was okay for one playthrough. Not like Skyrim. Or definitely Oblivion. Great story. This hasn't got the story, I'm afraid. But that's just my opinion, Georgia. Yeah, maybe you'd like it. You know, who knows. All I can do is give my honest opinion. I like games like Witcher. Good story, humorous, you know. Skyrim, Oblivion, and to a certain point Fallout 4. Still a great game. You know, just for the building mechanics alone, even though it is buggy, you know. And there is a bit of a story, maybe not the best one. But its Metacritic score is 71, Georgia. I had to check it out. So that's the worst ever for any game they ever released. And remember, this has only been out a few months. And I heard some guy, he's kind of professional guy about the gaming world. I forget his name. But he was saying that Todd is launching a 5-pound plan to say, a 6-week plan to save Starfield. This is a game that's just been launched and he needs to save it. The Metacritic for Skyrim, and it's 12 years old, Georgia, is 93. Well, it's 71 for this one. And I think it's 77 or something for Fallout 76. I'm falling asleep, everyone. Much love. No problem, Terry. I hope you get a good rest, and I hope you have a great day tomorrow. And take care, Terry. Bye. Right, let's get into this, guys. Once I start complaining, I don't know when to stop. Now, out from this city, Georgia, and it's not the biggest. It's not too bad inside. That's it. The entire planet, let's say, not much. But how am I getting in here? Where am I? Oh yeah, this way here. There's no incentive, you know what I mean? There's no incentive to go out and explore because there's nothing out there. You know. You're not working towards anything, you know. But I've played worse. Greedfall, for instance. It's the kind of game, the longer you play it, the more you dislike it. Unlike Skyrim, you know. The more you play it, the more you like it. You know, once you kind of, you know, in your second, third, maybe even fourth playthrough, you know, start listening to the story, you know, picking up the lore of the game, that kind of stuff. Not too bad, Hufflepuff. I hope you are also. And how have you been? Yeah, I did a massive amount of grinding on this, and now I'm gonna get back into the quest. Oh, nice. Wednesday. You like it so far, that's cool. Well, hopefully that keeps up. So, what's with the tracker, guys? Now, I like to do this in Todd's games, so we'll save before we take this quest. And when we're absolutely sure everything are right with the quest, we can carry on from the next save then.
Talk to me if you reckon you can hack
Here
it
we
as a
go.
bounty hunter. Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't
So,
mind
how are
getting
you
their hands
enjoying your
dirty.
weekend?
The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to
Hufflepuff?
round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me. Or check out our posts on the mission
This is
boards.
one of the quests.
Actually, wait.
This lady's gonna send me out on a kill the
You've done good
raiders
work for
thing.
us
You know
before,
that kind
haven't
of
you,
stuff
darling?
from Fallout
Hey,
4,
looking
the
for
ones
more
we
work?
used to
I'm
hate.
wondering if you might be up for doing
That's the
anything
whole
of the
game.
personal kind, off the books.
Now the dialogue might be a little different, but it winds up the same way. Yeah. Except they call them spacers in this game. Mm-hmm. Ah, that's good. Next week, nice. Yeah, well that's the main thing of Hufflepuff. Yeah, that is definitely the main thing. Bounty hunter, and if I'm already a hunter, I need to join your little club.
Did someone tell you that, darling? If so, it's complete hogwash. Nah, the Trackers Alliance is more of a loose collection of bounty hunters that all agree not to step on each other's toes. So, as long as you're willing to not work against the other trackers when you take jobs from us, you're golden.
Whatever that means. Okay. Can you tell me more about the mission boards and where to find them?
Mission boards? Yeah, you'll find one here in the Broken Spear. They're usually in spaceport bars like that.
God.
Trackers Alliance posts bounty jobs on them, but you can find all sorts of freelance missions. Good way to make some creds.
Oh, they're all the
You
same.
better not be taking all the fun jobs yourself, you hear? I'm almost done with this assignment, so you better leave some for me.
What the? Got any good bounty hunting stories? I'm really not getting into that. Gonna help.
Good. Here's the short of it. I'm only
Oh, just
stationed
do
here
one.
because I made a mistake.
Just to get it off the
Killed
books.
the wrong bounty, and the right one got away. It's bugged me ever since. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in.
I'm not
Just gotta
used to
plant a
waking up
sensor.
early
Danger
so
to
far,
you.
yeah. It takes a while. It'll take a while. But you'll get used to it, yeah. Well, at least it's not night shifts. You know, oh my god, that's a killer.
Alright, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower.
Oh, she's
nice and
You
unobstructed.
could have run me
You're
around
gonna
from
wanna
pillar
make
to
sure you've got a
post here,
boost pack to
padding
help
the
get
quest
yourself
for
up there,
time.
or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my
I
partner.
wonder
to
what
take
this
care of
guy's
them.
gonna do with the
Clear
next
out and come back to me
Elder
as soon as you're
Scrolls.
done, so you don't spook the quarry.
Pretty dodgy looking after
Good.
the last 3 or 4 games they did. Okay. And then we'll run out, we put something here, we run back to her, and she tells us what to do, and then we kill somebody, and then we go back to her. With a lot of unnecessary going back to her. But once I get my achievements from this one, I'll move on. I might as well play it, you know? Hey. The bounty that got away. That's the one. Place the sensor. Okay. Oh, how are we getting up there? I did a ton of grinding on this character. He's much, much tougher now. That's the entire planet. 0. Oh, I see it. It's down there. Ah, let me guess. There's a ton of guys waiting for me here. Yeah. Don't worry. I got a serious weapon. Yeah. Alright. NASA, Ooh. Now, there's another achievement, collect 500 of these. I think I'm almost 300, so what I'll do is I'll take them out slowly. Yeah, as we're here kind of thing. We won't feel them going that way. Oh, hi O'Keefe. And how have you been? Oblivion. To be honest, I think that's the best story they've ever done on the Elder Scrolls. Best story they've ever done. Just drinking a club orange. Nice. Yeah, I've got some here somewhere as well. What the? What the? Okay, that's a heart attack waiting to happen. Okay. Let's just get another stupid achievement out. And the progression in this game, they made it as tedious and hard as possible. So, and the shipbuilding as well. And the buggiest. The two core things were really badly messed up. You know, the space exploration and shipbuilding. La 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 la. Now. And you'll do lots of this running around in this game. Now, okay. Even the parks are bugged in this game. Okay, discovered. Now, this is the old NASA launch pad, I think. So, there might be something interesting here at least. I'll give it a quick look. And then we'll place that thingy. My god. I hope there's an elevator here. Well, there's no life on Mars, so we won't get jumped by animals. Oh, I was on Venus. Was it Venus? I think it was. Yeah, Venus. Where the universal time UT, let's say, was, what was it, 100 hours? I think they should have hired someone who actually knew something about astrology. As far as I know, Venus is something like, what, 250 hours? And it rotates backwards, so it has the shortest year. Well, the shortest year would be its path around the sun, but it does rotate backwards. As far as I know. Okay, where's that thingy? Okay. See, this is like the empty Fallout 76, isn't it? Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, pretty desolate so far. So, are we actually getting in here? Yeah, I want to go in where we're meant to, in case there's... I tend to put some books and stuff in our way. What's this? Oh. Okay, there must be a main door here somewhere. Oh, there's no city map, so fuck off. So this is the map you get. This computer generated thing. That's it. You know, when you're inside a building, that's the map you get as well. But good news. I said it'll eventually get around to adding local maps. Is there a way of saying thank you, you know? Okay, I don't know how to get in here. Not to mention being the biggest game ever. Like, I don't like too many hints, but the way in the door would be nice. It's probably here. No, your guess is as good as mine, I'd say. I think it's this one here. Yeah, it's gotta be this. And it'll be something real mundane, like putting that tracker thing there, then going back and doing something else, and then going back. Okay. Right. What have we got here? Aha. Now, spots like this we might find something interesting. Super cool magnet. Stupid book. Or a stupid book. Lasers are bugged as well. For me at least. Steep learning curve at the beginning. It's just all a grind, Jetson. Yeah. But I think it's the worst offering yet, to be honest. I have never seen so many bugs. It might have had a clean launch. The first 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe even 10 was okay. But once I started to kind of get out, do a bit of traveling, progressing, I've never seen so much. Everything, well, very little crashing that. It's been stable enough that way. There's a lot of kind of freezing on local fast travel. That kind of worked itself out. The perk system kind of bugged, There was one in particular I'll show you here. Yeah, it's got massive issues. The game doesn't justify that kind of hassle, in my opinion, to be honest. You see this one here? You see, I was going for a kind of explorer build. You see this astrophysics, and you see that one there scanning, well, basically requires the same thing, to just scan a planet. So obviously I took that one out and did something along here, and then when I started doing this, it didn't register. So I said, okay, probably I've got to use fresh planets, something I didn't scan before. So, yeah, still didn't work. So I went back 10 or 12 hours, I think, to before I took scanning out. So I assumed, and I think quite rightly, that once this was finished, because this required the same, it thought it was done. And that's the way it was. Well, that's the way it worked for me. So once I got back, let's say, when I didn't have this taken out, and I made sure I had enough perk points, so I added one to each one at the same time. So when I scanned one planet, it worked for the two. So, you know what I mean? So I eventually got it. So when it was about, let's say about 90% complete, I gave it another save. Then when I finished, this was done, but it said it was only 97% complete. So that meant I missed 3 planets. And then I realized I actually only landed at that time on 3 planets. So I reloaded again, let's say from when I had it about 90% done, and gave it another run, and it worked second time in. So it went 100%. Now, see this one here, and this is very important to me. Energy weapon systems. Now, everything will register. I can put the perk points in, but it doesn't increase the damage. So I'm thinking, like, everything was going here, so it must have been linked. If it was the same problem, must have been linked to ballistics. But I did ballistics quite early on. It definitely wasn't going back, going back 120 hours. You know what I mean? So horrible. This is just to name a few. Workbench is not working. You've got to save your game, tells you it's obstructed, and then reload. Fast traveling to another planet and winding up on off the edge of the universe and getting stuck there, and having to hard reset your console to get back. I could go on forever. Followers, big problem. Getting them on the ship once you've modified a ship or made one. So I think they're not recognizing it. So I did find a fix. It's kind of band-aid. I don't know how long it will last, but when you have a follower or a crew member, let's say bring him back literally onto the ship and then get him to go back to his post. They'll stand there pretty stupid for a while, but then eventually start to interact again with stuff, you know. And Vasco, no matter what I assign him to, he's always with the ship. He's the only one person I can't get rid of. Not that I want to, but, you know. I'm very, very disappointed with this game. I did expect bugs, but so many, so quickly. I don't know how they managed to save off the bugs, let's say, on his launch when loading at my outpost. Landed me under the terrain. Nice! Could not open a menu or I could have save menu to reload the game. Unbelievable. My one was actually landing out there and getting stuck in my ship. You know, like you're kind of glitched in the ship. And then not being able to do literally anything. One was so bad that even the save before, I had to delete that as well to get it working. I don't know what happened. There's so many problems with this engine in this game. I don't think the devs themselves know. You know, it's literally held together with twine and masking tape, this game. Well, it's not what you expect for €100, you know? But having said that, honesty, Jet, you know, even if there was no bugs, and that's a big if, I don't think they'll ever release a game from that studio that hasn't got kind of game-breaking bugs. The whole thing, there's no real incentive. You know, it's a hard game to get into. It drags. It's almost like going to work. Oh, hi Seb. And how have you been? I know, let's say, Todd's team always lacked on a good story. You know, not like, let's say, when the old crew was in with Oblivion. But, you know, this is a joke. The story, it's like you're some kind of delivery guy. So far. It's a game that's kind of hard to invest in. I want to like it, you know. See what I mean? No chance of getting attacked anyway, because there's nobody here. Yeah, I'm just interested in finding those books. I doubt we get any here, but... Alright, let's keep going. How are we supposed to get up there? Because... Oh, there's a walkway there. It's from the other side. Yeah, there's a walkway to the other side. the vaguest game ever as well. Well, lucky I have a decent jetpack. There. The game loves to stutter as well. I don't know, I haven't found any stairway anyway. That looks like that one there, I'd say. So that would have been the way there. From the other side. I wonder how much code he borrowed from other games to do this one. God, good God. So, that's the puzzle. Actually, how to get up here. Wasting an hour trying to find a way up. Oh, for God's sake. Here, what's that there? Up you go. Yeah, this is to force you to use your jetpack, I'd say. I can't see any way up. Yeah, see where you jump from there up to here? And then jump from here up to there? My, exciting. Now we've got to get up there, I suppose. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I could spend hours messing about on this, trying to find a way up. Oh, for God's sake. Talk about time padding on a game. Now we're kind of stuck. There, right there. Ah, so you can fall down. I'm saving it here. And start over again. Nice. Ain't happening, Todd. Let me just save this here for a moment. Should have switched engines from the creation engine, even it was. Version 2 just means they stuck a few add-ons. Probably a red stripe. And painted it red, racing colour. I've had 4 playthroughs now going on new game. Oh. And it hasn't gone up yet though. Yeah. Oh, hi, hi, zombie droid. And how are you? New game, NG, new game, where you can start and take all of your pack points and junk with you. No, the difficulty level doesn't even affect achievements in this, or even maybe the legendary drops, maybe. But where you can literally carry on a new game with all the stuff and perk points and skills that you had from the last game. Yeah, with the character, yeah. 12 times now. My, you've got great patience. Yeah. 300 hours with 1 playthrough. Thank God I'm retired. Same here. But still. How did you find the bugs, Jetson? I found them insufferable. For this one, Hufflepuff, for Starfield. Yeah. Well, usually the way it used to be on a New Game Plus, you could only do it once, in the likes of Witcher. You know, go in with all your stuff, which is pretty handy. You know what I mean? Then you could kind of up the difficulty level. So I think there's a kind of endless New Game Plus in this. They wanted to keep people playing this, try and keep it relevant, but you don't do that by trying to force people to play it endlessly. You do that by making a good game. You know. Oh, you'd have to on these. Yeah, all of Todd's games, you'd have to. Or else you spend most of your time in jail. Okay, I think we got up. See, I'm not spending a half an hour again getting up to... This is ridiculous. Now we gotta get up there. You know what? That's it. This is the quest. I've got to climb this tower. That's literally the quest, guys. This is what you're dealing with. Now it starts to get a bit awkward here. Yeah. Okay. They have no shame. They literally have no shame. You can tell the way these things here are placed. You know, there's going to be something like that. There it is. But you could spend a long time, you know, if you didn't see that one coming. You know, looking for an entrance to that stupid place. Ooh. And a piece of junk. Oh. Okay. There you go. Now return to the tracker agent, then go kill this guy. What a quest. The mods might fix some of the bugs. The mods might make it a little bit more interesting. But there's only so much mods can do. You know, when they come in. They shouldn't need mods on a game that's just been out a few months, you know what I mean? But as I said, even without the bugs, the game is seriously lacking in my opinion. You know what I mean? But every game since Skyrim has been, or Oblivion has been seriously lacking. The story is... it's very, very basic. The amount of time and the amount of space between interesting things to do, as little as there are, is just too much. But I don't think I'm alone in that opinion. You know, I think the majority, feel the same. The game, it's a pity. For the first 20 hours it looked like it had really good potential. But once they kept spamming me with the same stuff and the bugs kept mounting up and I kept having to reload and, you know, losing 10 hours here, 5 hours there, 4 hours there, you know, eventually finding a way around fixing it, then coming back, having the whole lot collapse like a house of cards again. That really took the wind out of my sails. It's a pity. This game had a lot of potential. Oh yeah, yeah. This is not, I know it's not going to be a Skyrim or it's not going to be a Fallout, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's going to have a hook. Yeah, Jetson, it's gotta have a hook, you know. Now, maybe it gets a bit better once the followers come in. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna help the quest. I am not impressed. The best quests I've ever seen them do was in Oblivion, to be honest. You know, those quests you didn't know where they were going, a lot of them. You know? Love the Brotherhood line in that. That was done with a good bit of humour. This is like working for a corporation, doing deliveries. Like a delivery simulator. Like that there. That was the quest. You know what I mean? Even though they didn't tell you. To climb to the top of the tower. You know, I was expecting something stupid like that. So I didn't waste any time looking for an entrance. You'd think there'd be a catch there, or maybe a secret entrance, and you could spend a long time, you know? Yeah, they do. I don't mind them in the Radiant quests, Jet. But somebody was saying to me that the main quest is literally fetch. Go out, get a piece of the artifact, come back. And keep doing that till you get them all. Now that's the most important thing. The main quest line. You know what I mean? So, what's your favourite game, Jetson? Now let me get something to drink. I've been trying to flush this stupid kidney stone. But I'm not drinking enough liquid. I have a way of wearing you down on a game, don't I? I would have obviously enjoyed this a bit more if I didn't have to do 60 hours bug fixing. A lot of the old tricks I used in Fallout 4 and Skyrim worked. With a little bit of modification, obviously, for this one. But you don't want to play a game, you know, and have to have a PhD on finding workarounds for Todd's games, you know. But a lot of people, I heard, Jetson, were fortunate. They didn't have any bad bugs. I got them all. In a matter of hours. Main quest is very much that way now, a lot of it. There's a few great parts like in Dango. The end graphics are awesome. But mostly fetch. Oh. I got a game today. 2. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Played it when it was released years ago, loving it. Nice. Why didn't I fast travel? I was probably afraid that... Yeah, I'm fast traveling. If it's gonna freeze, it's gonna freeze, because the last thing I want to do is prolong this game. For the first 20 hours, I couldn't do this. Seems to be working its way out. Diablo 2 to 3 expansion. Nice is your favorite. Needs, yeah, an end game. 45 needs an end game. I would have to say probably Skyrim. Although I've played that a lot, to be honest. Witcher 3 was pretty good as well. I like the humour in that one. Oblivion had an awesome story, I thought. But I've always kind of gravitated towards that kind of medieval games.
Investments really used to think I was Vanguard material till I discovered it.
Oh, let's see. Oh, hi, Champ. Thanks for following. I appreciate it, Champ. And welcome to the community. And how have you been? So you've played this game, and what do you think of it? It kind of deserves what I've been saying about it in Reddit, doesn't it? But I still chanced it, you know?
Trackers, no. You place that sensor and my mark is as good as dead. Good. I'm already getting
Nice.
readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it as your cut of the bounty.
That's
Or
the
your
quest,
expense.
guys. You are kidding me! Oh my god! I had to climb that tower and place a tracker, and that was the quest. Ooh. How did they make this game and leave out all the great stuff? I don't know. They stretched it out too much, Jetson. You know, maybe three planetary systems would have been cool. You know, and you know, put a bit of stuff in them. Get some old school riders in. You know what I mean? To make more of an interesting story. And I don't know what it is, the engine or whatever the case may be, but the whole foundation for the game was all wrong. You know, I was watching something and they used, well, you know, they use floaters, let's say, but it's attached to your spawn point. So because you're using the ship when you land, your floater will be there. And as you move out, you know what I mean? That's why there's a kind of a limit that you can move out. You know what I mean? So for a vast universe, you know, you've got a pretty small sandbox and there's nothing in it. You know what I mean? This is a little trick I think that they did in '76. You know, when they launched it with absolutely nothing in it, except notes and other players. How they got away with that is unbelievable. But they ruined Fallout. Yeah, they ruined Fallout with that one. But you see, what Todd banks on, Jetson, 5 to 6 more procedure generation planets, so it isn't all the same. Yeah, it is pretty much all the same. But 3-star systems would have been enough, you know, if they were well stocked out. Instead of, you know, diluting the entire game. You know, taking too long to get from A to B, too many loading screens, too much of this stuff that I just did there. You know, that was ridiculous quest. You know, that's all kind of very immersion breaking. You know, in a game you like, you'd spend 6-7 hours, you think you're only on 2 and you get surprised when you look at the time. With these kind of games, let's say you do 1 or 2 hours and it feels like 7. Yeah, you know. And that was a disappointing quest, wasn't it? But still, I had to get rid of it. And there it is, the bounty that got away. We didn't even get to kill him. Place the sensor, return to the agent. That's like a radiant quest from Fallout 4. Now, we'll go to activities again. Location of... What's that one, guys? Location of... Okay, we'll try that one. Now...
Today it's live fire exercises, tomorrow hiking miles over rough terrain.
Now, I could have ignored all of that, because I wanted to build ships and explore. But bugs won't let me do that properly. Witcher 3, fantastic game. Yeah. The humor, you know, the story, well written. And consequences. I don't know if there are any consequences in this game. You can talk to that person and become a bounty hunter. Yeah, but that would just be basically doing an endless radiate quest, isn't it, Jed? Yeah. Like when you finish the Companions and you just keep going back, or the Brotherhood, and I keep sending you out on these spammy quests, you know? Would it be something like that? I'd imagine so. Like those little kind of message board things. I think this was just an introduction, yeah. The building is a joke in this game. Yeah, I didn't get that far because I spent 60 hours, Jed, trying to do workarounds and bugs and reloading. Yeah. You see, my first playthrough, so I didn't know what to expect. By the time I realised I picked up a massive bug, it was too late. That kind of stuff. Oh yeah, yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled for signs of terramorph activity.
Okay, let's save this one. We'll save it in Mars here so we can know which is which, but that was a disappointing quest. Climb a tower with your jetpack. Now, what is this guy here? Aha. Okay. At least we might get into a dogfight or something here. I put a good bit. It took me 2 days to figure out the build system for a ship, and I couldn't build my own ship builder, so it cost me a fortune to kind of make a skeleton and go around and pick up the parts I needed, and then the massive bugs. It took me 3-4 times longer than I should have. Have a great rest of your night and bug free, and thanks for stopping by, Jed. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest at probably night where you are. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Take care and stay safe. But bug free is something that you'll never get in Todd's game. Have a good one, Jed. Bye. Yeah, Witcher 3 was an awesome game. I did a playthrough on Witcher 3, then jumped to Valheim. That's a great game as well. That was only $20 and they could learn some stuff from that. Didn't even need NPCs. You know, the game was well thought out. You know what I mean? You could easily get 6 months on that game non-stop, you know, before you tire of it. The building made it for me, to be honest, in Valheim. Oh, hi, Degeneration. And thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. And welcome, raiders. But this one, yeah, this is even surprising me, to be honest, this game. We just got a great quest there, Degeneration. Bounty Hunter told us to place a tracker. So we went straight to the top of the tower, placed the tracker. Mission complete. It's like doing, you remember the railroad? Yeah, it reminds me of that. You know, we had to put the tracker on top of that tower. But at least, you know what I mean, that had something to see. In this game, it's just vast, endless zero. So, what have you been up to, Generation? What were you streaming? Now let me get something to drink, and then we'll go on this. And I'll see if I can... I'm going to clear all the quests in this anyway, if even though it kills me. But this is the ship. I kind of modeled it on a USS class. I'll have a crack at something more of a warship after, but it's been so bugged for me I don't even want to bother with it. But I put a lot of perks into this guy. It's got a ton of firepower. Now, okay, let's see where this guy is. Oh, there it is. We're there, are we? Oh! Okay. So it's pretty close to us. I think it's a star station, isn't it? I don't see it here.
Say I need more
Oh, I got a
promise.
Doring fan as well.
Writing about you, thinking about you.
Well, to be honest, I
Thinking
can't
about
see it, so
that
we'll fast travel out to it. No, it said we're here. You are already at this location. Well, guys, am I going blind because I can't see that?
3, right there.
Or is it beneath us or something? But it's not showing up on our, Tell me it's not the other side of that. Oh, there it is. No, that's Paradiso. There it is it? Oh, I can't see this. My God, could I make this more stupid? Oh, hi, Duro. Hope you've been well. And what have you been up to? Okay, I haven't got a clue. Because I don't see anything here around. It says I'm here. Could this be a bug, guys? Like, it should show up on the scanner here. You see, like, that showing up? Oh, there's something there. You see it? Could it be that thingy there? Open planet map. No, that's just Paradiso. It's some kind of orbiting space station, but if it's here, I can't see it. I can see it from the other map here. You see it there? Guys. Okay, let's go here for a moment. Yeah, that's the only way to do this. And then come back in. Maybe it'll spawn. Not bad. Got skunked during the last week. Oh, of their season. Yeah. Now. Okay, we might see it now. There. They're not very clear on this, guys. No, I can't find this stupid thing, guys. It seems to be some kind of space station, but now. We'll try it one more time. I think it's not spawning. I don't know where to land. I don't know what's going on here. I think this is a serious bug, guys, because I've got no marker. I haven't got a clue. It's not showing up on any of my scans or on this here. That says it's a space station. It didn't appear. Got to be kidding me. This is the first time a quest messed up for me. There it is there. You see it? So, apparently we're right in front of it. No, it's not here. Okay, I'll give it a shot anyway. How bad could it be? There's no good... I just don't know where to go from here. Do we go to the planet? What do we do? Uh-oh, what's that? There it is. There it is, there. Okay. I got it. That stupid thing. I think it's not there. But it's a long, long, long way away, guys. How are we going to manage this? Ah! Got it. That's pretty vague, isn't it? I got it. Even though the Queen I did today isn't strenuous. Oh. Here we go. Yeah?
Freestyle collector vessel. Spacers are easy targets. Micro wants you to know how much we appreciate the help.
That it?
Any way we can repay you?
Yeah. Give me spare parts. I could use some extra spare
Transferring
parts.
parts now.
There we go.
You take care.
Is that it? Is that the quest? Because it took me ages to find it. No. There it is there. Kidding me after all of that. I don't know, are we going the right way? No. I can't find this, guys. It said we're right here, but there's no sign of that chip. No, that's a bug. It's gotta be, guys. It's literally gotta be a bug. So that's done. That's dusted. Thanks, Todd.
Coffee. It's my second favorite thing in the galaxy.
There is
Then
no
you
ship
keep
here
reading about you.
whatsoever. Phew. No, when we arrived here, there should have been a ship in orbit. Ah, come on, for God's sake. No, that's just the other ones. They're different planets. Location of the ECS constant. Right, that's all it says. Now, we set course. And there it is there, apparently. There we are, and there it is. Show me. Set course. I'm already at the location. And then there's this here. Location. It won't let me set course. Now if I go straight on, obviously, but... to be honest, I don't think it's here, guys. No, it won't let me out of here either. God help me. I really don't need these bugs. I don't think I'm missing anything, guys. But I think we're missing a ship. don't think I'll be doing all the quests in this game. It said I'm here. There's no ship here. Stupid idiots. Make a game to save their own life. Okay, we'll go out of the system and back in again. Anything is worth a try. Look. Look at the way you gotta go. Unbelievable. I don't know. I give it a try again. I'll load it up then. We'll have to do without that quest. Nice. I've yet to finish one of Todd's quests. Or one of his games. You know, doing all the quests. I've yet to do it in any game.
Perfect job. Just like you planned.
Well, I'll tell you what I could do. It fixes it most times. To actually quit the game then reload. We'll see where we'll come in then. Won't be a second, guys. Might. It's fixed a lot of issues in this game. Anything is worth a try at this stage. Desperate, isn't it? Okay, hopefully it'll load. Hey guys, we're in trouble. It's not loading. It's frozen. It's frozen. No, hang on. It's decided to load. Eventually. We'll give it one more try and then I'll reload from, you know, for, I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Oh, hi, young. Yeah, we're to go find the ship that is in there.
Colonists here in distress. We could really use your help. We're unarmed civilians who... Thank you for responding. We're with, but our grav drive is all... And we're just too... We have a workbench, then we should be able to... We'll pay
No.
loads more. If you can find or... Thank you.
No. Oh, you see that? That's a waste of time. Now, I'll give this one more try. And then we'll have to give up on it. What can we do? It is, yeah. It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. No ship here, guys. Now, watch this. Right, this is the one we're after here. Location of the ECS constant, right? So... it said we're here. Already at this location. I can't find it. And I can't travel out either. So what's going on here? Am I missing something? Because they won't let you travel in space, if you know what I mean. So, what's the story there? But the main one. Ah. So, where is it? The marker is not even there for it. I don't see any marker. It said I'm here. There's no marker. There's not a lot I can do about that. My patience is growing very, very thin with this game, you know that. Piece of junk. What's that there? No, that's just the planets, guys. You see, they'll show up anyway. Okay, we'll chance it. We'll land. I think it's a bad idea, but at the very least... No, it's just opening the planet map. That's all it's doing. Okay, we'll land. We'll land in Paradiso, and then we'll take off. Maybe that might help. That's all we can do. The faction quest. I don't know. Is there any good content in this? Run or Rain? I've yet to see it yet. To the main story. Yeah. I can't wait to get my achievements and get out of it, to be honest. I can't go 2-3 hours in this without getting this kind of junk. No, if they send you out to find your ship, at least be there, you know? No, it's telling me to go again. This is the first quest to bug out on me now. I've had every other kind of bug, but not this. Even the planet exploration bugged out. No ship here, guys. Not a lot I can do about that. Now, I'll tell you what we can do. I can quit the game here, and then I can quit it, let's say, hard stop it. That's it. That's all I can do. Won't be a second doing this, guys. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I'll have a look later and see if I can find a way around this bug. It's another 6-7 hours down the drain. Another piece of my life they'll never be able to give me back. don't think this one is getting done somehow. I've had multiple problems with stuff not spawning. Not a hope, guys. There's no fix for this guy. It's not going to be simple anyway. No. We kissed that one bye-bye. I hope that's not an achievement. Unbelievable. Open the star map. I did. About 50 times. I'll show you again. I'll load it back up. It said I'm there. I'll load it up again in 1 second. I'm just fine. Tells me I'm there and it's nowhere to be found. I'll show you here. I've had this happen on planets with animals that are actually not there. No spawn. Lovely. Yeah. There's something going on there, alright. Yeah, that was a crash, guys, trying to get back there. There's something not right there. Right, let's see. That's taking its time. I'll zoom out again now, I'll show you. I'm just fine. Might work on the second time if we start from Mars, if it doesn't work here. I'll spend a few minutes at that and then I'll look at it after. We just did a fantastic quest a moment ago. We climbed a tower and put up a tracker. Already at this location. So there I am. Yeah. There's the orbit, okay? And there's the location. How do I get there? Because this is not showing up here. See? It's nowhere to be found. We're a half an hour here looking for this. And this is not a game that lets you kind of go out from the planets. Unless it's something stupid like that. Maybe. No, that's it. That's as far as it'll let me go. Have you done this quest? I'm assuming anyone that done this quest when they arrived here, you know, that kind of dot was on my new game. I had to land and start the quest by talking to Chief. I probably did because it's already here. Activities. And where's this chief? It's too late now because it's up. Is that the guy? Where is he anyway? Here, let me write that down. But for some reason, it's here in my activities. So what happened was it came up in my activities without going to him for some reason. Yeah. I did it. Oh, that's the guy in Paradiso. Ah, yeah, I know the guy now. Yeah, I did first contact. I do, yeah, I finished that one. Okay, I know the guy you're talking about now. Let's land and talk to him again. I have that one first contact. Did it already. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a good quest, but it was pretty disappointing. Yeah, that's the same guy then. He's in here somewhere, but I think it's too late now. Oh, for goodness sake! Okay, where's this stupid guy again? It's too late now because it's bugged out. The grab drive. Yeah, I went for the grab drive. That was probably bugged it, yeah? Of course it did. Alright, where's this stupid, where's this chief guy?
Yet another nice day in Paradiso.
Oh, for God's sake! Probably up here on this thing, is he? I'm not going to spend much more time on this piece of junk. Yeah, the chief would be in here, wouldn't he?
Hope you're staying safe out there.
Oh, he's gone as well. Okay, where is he? In the back room? In here, isn't it?
Be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
Hey, actually, maybe you wouldn't mind helping me with another sensitive security matter while
Here
we're
it
at
is. You got to
Hey,
be kidding
I
me.
heard you did a great job handling the situation with the colonists. Given your expertise, I wonder if you'd be willing to help with another delicate
Just
situation.
couldn't be. Couldn't be that I got the quest before speaking to him.
Oh, good. I was hoping you wouldn't mind. After you answered our earlier distress call, you seemed like the sort of person that could help you
They
out.
might not be there till you get another
Here's
mission
your
from
guest,
them to deliver
Morgan
letters.
Carpenter, a former wanted. Great. We'd like to avoid.
This is a different quest,
I'll
guys.
give you a key to it. This might be the opportunity.
Nah, that's just another activities. Nah, that's a different one. Wanted guest. They might not be there till you get another mission from them to deliver letters to this. How do I get that mission? I did two. I did two of them. So how do we get back to that? How do we get another quest? Oh, the Constant is that ship. It is. That's the ship, the Constant. Now I recognize the name. It is. Timed, I think. So that means it was failed. You're joking me. I feel like smashing this console off the ground, you know that. There's first contact there. There it is there. No, just will start when time in new game triggers in. So they want me to play another stupid game again to do that quest. Yeah. What I can't understand is why the mission is there at all. I don't know where I picked that up. Location. Oh, I get you. Oh, I get you. I get you. Yeah, it's not exactly a quest. It's where the location is. When it does start. That is pretty vague, isn't it? I'm just fine. That is pretty stupid. It's not actually a quest, it's just the location of that place. When they set up camp somewhere else, is it? There's this, like, this is activities. So this is where the quests are. Why even bother with this? Until the time comes. Ah, whatever. Hey, this is my last time with Todd. I mean it this time. I'll give Elder Scrolls a try when it comes out. If he fails on that, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Had enough. I'm switching to PC. Had enough of Xbox. No, well, it's not there anymore. I'll Google it later and see how the quest goes. So, did you get that activities message? Location of the ECS constant? Why is it there? Not on this new game. Yeah. It is. Yeah, at least I'm not dealing with freaking bugs every 5 seconds. I swear to you, I get my achievements from this game. I'm never playing it again. Never been more disgusted with a game in my life. Okay, he's in here. Well, they can stick it now anyway. Oh yeah. Now we gotta find our way through walls as well. He's probably in the bar. There's the list guy as well in here.
I could use a break. It's not easy.
I've almost reached my fill now of this game, to be honest.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. That wasn't directed at you at all. I'm just really stressed out at the moment. You're fine. Actually, maybe you can help me? I'm aware of what you did for Trevor. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say anything to Peter.
Don't even know what she's talking about.
I'm Gilly. I'm a psychologist working for Deimos, and I've been utterly swamped with work lately, trying to make a deadline. I could use a hand tracking down some of our employees and delivering psychological questionnaires to them.
Here we go again. Why do I get the feeling I'm going to be running and racing on this one?
You can? Oh, wow, thanks. I don't even know who I've got left in the stack, but take a look at the names and track them down. When
Oh,
they've
you
all
got to
filled
be
out
kidding
the
me.
forms, just bring them back to me and I'll go through them. Just tell them you're assisting Gilly. Oh, and don't read what they write down. It's supposed to be confidential. Thanks again.
I don't know how the developers sleep at night, to be honest. Psyched. I'm psyched, alright. Deliver. Oh, another delivery job. Cool. Got another delivery job. That's nice. Evaluation.
Warmed up to Mars.
Got another delivery job. Really looking forward to this delivery job. Oh. So, one is right here, is it? Yeah. Yep.
You're doing me a huge favor. Thanks.
Hello there. Do I know you?
What is it with this Mars? It seems to be entirely populated by Australians. Don't get it. Yeah, but it's not showing up. I'll check it in a minute. The Zelazenzi star system. Yeah, but it didn't tell me.
You were saying?
It showed me a marker. Here, actually, we'll just get rid of this one quickly.
Oh, that's nice. I know she's been having a bit of a rough time, so I'm glad someone's able to
Maybe
help
we
her
can
out.
bypass the bug by going
I'm
there,
here on
but
a
I
horse.
doubt it.
Deimos Star Yard's
Said I
got
was
me
already
inside.
there. I'm
Anyone who
just
deals
fine.
with our office likely deals with me at some point. I
There's
suppose I'll
no
be seeing
there's
you
no
around.
prompts. There's no zero.
A psychological evaluation? Are you kidding me?
She's
Really?
standing right beside her.
I'm the one who ordered this program in the first place. Do I really need to go through with this?
I'm well aware, but you are an employee and it is company policy that everyone gets one.
Okay, fine. Let me have it. Okay, this isn't...
I doubt that can be fixed. I'm just fine, to be honest.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You really want to know that?
We should have seen like that blue dot. Do you know that little marker? Was nowhere to be seen.
Done.
So that's a
There you
big
go.
no-no.
Remind me to make myself and the other execs exempt from these
I
in the
would say it's
future.
something got to do with the
If you were
letters. I
allowed,
only
you
did
were a
2.
liability.
Well, that's enough.
We got out before we got a third one.
Yes, let's. Let me just finish sending this. And let's get the heck out of here.
That would,
Have any plans?
why that
My
would
partner
bug the game is beyond me.
Well, you know what they say.
It would make it very hard to finish when they tell you to start a quest when there's no ship there. It would make it extremely hard to finish.
I can't believe
Okay, that's one.
she made me fill one of those things out.
Maybe it's just the stupidest kind of directions ever. But To be honest, I think that one is a bug. We just get rid of this one and we'll go to that system and we'll see. I'll have to Google that. I'll have to see somebody complete that mission. And then I'll know what that ship is. And I'm thinking it's right. That's where we left it. So you find them. Yeah, but it won't let you. It'll only let you go from planet to planet. I get you. So maybe they're saying it's somewhere in the system. I'll give it a try in a minute. If it is, it's the vaguest quest ever, because I said it was already here. You might be onto something there, I'm just fine. Maybe you travel to every planet in that system till you find it. Well, it wasn't explained very good. We'll get this one over quick. You might be onto something. Right, what it should have saying then was there's somewhere in this system. Would have been handy. But the blue dot and, you know, the ship marker, well, to be honest, would make you believe it's right there. You know what I mean? But I still think it's bugged. But maybe it's just the stupidest quest of all times. Oh, for goodness sake. It sent me down here. Okay, maybe it's up on the other side.
Forrest is good people, but I prefer Joy's line of thinking. We gotta find our own way.
These two guys are in the pub. Looking like it. Yeah, they could have saying that. We're gonna check in a minute. Maybe you gotta search. But like, the way the ship was there and the blue marker, we couldn't see it. You know what I mean? Could be a starting point. But you see, you're not allowed to travel with the ship from planet to planet. You've got to fast travel. You know? Maybe it is. Maybe it's that simple. But, you know, the guy who did that quest and you know, did all that stuff, he really needs help. If that is the case. Could be a starting point.
Hold on there.
We'll check every
You're
planet
supposed
in
to
the
be down
system
here.
and we'll
You
see.
could get hurt without proper safety.
We'll just get this one over as quickly as possible. It's a pity because out from all the bugs, the quests have been going okay so far. You know? I've done some mining work with Argus and I know how to be safe.
Oh, Argos. Didn't know anyone actually survived their operations.
Shh.
I'm just messing with you. I know Argos. They're good people. Their safety record's actually pretty good. They stand to beef up their security, I hear. But that's neither here nor there. I'm Salmon. Not Sammy, not Sam, Salmon. I don't do nicknames. I've been with Deimos for what seems like forever. So what I'm saying is, if you have questions, no one here knows these mines better than I do.
Okay.
Sure,
There we go.
hand it here. Let's see. No. 10. No. No. Good. No. And there it is. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I
Great.
needed.
See you around.
Okay. And now this guy. Yeah, we'll check it that way.
Hey there. You a new hire? I thought all our positions
I
were
did go
full.
to one planet, but it was several.
Oh? Interesting. Usually she comes down here herself if she needs something. I'm glad she's finally got an assistant. Anyway, I'm Andres.
To
Nice
be
to
honest,
meet
I should have checked every planet,
you.
shouldn't
Anything else I
I?
can help you with?
Okay, we just finished
Oh,
with this and we'll give it a try
Time
again.
already? Sure. only take a moment. Let's see.
It's a pity. I'd at least want to get the quest done on this if I could.
Oh.
Or at least not have them on my
That question again?
message board.
All right.
You know, if they are going to
Okay,
bug.
that should do it. Here
But
you
a
go.
lot of the quests just, well, just appear and you can't really stop them. That's it. Return tower. Now the second we get that done, we'll fly back there. I think it's the main level. Yeah, it did say locate them, didn't it? Well, why would it say locate them if they showed you the marker? There would be no locating. You do have a point. But it's vague, isn't it? Really stupid and vague. There's no point in locating them if they show you exactly, so... It's the red, it's the dot. And that. Now, if they sent me there and those weren't there, I'd assume then I just gotta look for them.
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
Hopefully, when Gilly gets everything sorted out, she can handle all of this herself again.
I haven't had a
Come on,
All
Gilly.
those forms filled out and returned. Anyone give you any trouble? Other than Leona?
No.
I heard that.
Glad to hear it. And thanks once again. I don't usually ask random people to do my work.
To see if
This
that
is a special
crashed, yeah.
case due to the circumstances.
Check
But
the
you
planet.
wouldn't think
Probably.
there's something to compensate you for your time.
But just like the game. Just like the game. Oh, let's check that and see if that worked out. Loose ends. Now, there it is, psyched. There it is, that's done. Okay. Let's save again. Okay. Yeah, it kind of makes sense now, I think, if it says to locate. That was the orbit of the ship. They shouldn't have left that stupid thing there. So, if they were showing you exactly where they were and they weren't there, then that wouldn't be much locating, would it? So, you gotta find it. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, but really and truly this is a stupid game. There, it's back again. Okay, here we go.
Whenever I'm lost, I think, what would
Now, there we go.
in my shoes?
There's nothing here.
Literally, though, that
So,
I've got
we'll
small
try the planets one by one. I can show you here in the star map. And there it is there. That's the location there. Why does it say that's the location? If I can't get there. And that's the Barima 2 orbit. See what I'm saying? Set course. Says I'm already here. I don't think it's as simple as this. I don't think we're getting away that easy. Okay, we'll do all of these planets here. We'll go to this one. I don't think we'll get away with this. It's the blue dot. That's, you know. Ah. Okay, I shot the wrong guy there. Oh, I'm not really not having any luck with this. Really not having any luck. Oh, okay, I'll try that. Was it Zizny system? Okay.
It's always nice when the thing you pursue doesn't move.
Last witness killed. What was that about, guys? I don't get that. I just don't get that. Okay, I shot the wrong ship from the start, I think. So we go there, and then from there we go to that system. But when you get there should have been a prompt saying, you know, try some other systems. Yes. But we'll see.
All my life, I wondered about
I might have to Google that and see someone else doing the quest. Yeah, but I have an assault up. Yeah. And I wanted to get that kind of clean. Oh, vague. Vague. They're non-existent. There, it says that said it's the location. Why would it say that, guys? So I'm gonna assume that's where it is, but I can't see it and it's bugged. So where's this Zeleny system? What's that over there? Sensory contact. That's something else that I don't want to get into. Jaffa. For goodness sake. You'd imagine it would be here, wouldn't you? You know where it is? Lower left is above. Lower left. Yeah. Okay, let's say where is it in relation to here? Burima. Lower left, so down here. Yeah, I should find one of those. Lower right, okay. Aha, so that's some of these guys. That's higher. They're the only ones there. Unless it's way down there. It couldn't be. Further right. Okay, so a good bit down. Okay, let's try these ones. Zeleny. There it is. My god. There it is there. Okay, we'll go right into this planet here.
House is full of mirrors.
But I think we're kind of jumping the quest here, aren't we? I get the feeling they should have been there. Or at least a hint or something that we didn't pick up. Now, what's that there? No, that's back where we came from. You see that? Mission. There it is. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. How are we supposed to find this? How stupid is that? That we go out there and see if we could look for the quest there, and I was like 5 systems away. Okay, I'm saving this here. We'll go down a bit. Thanks for that. I'm just fine, because that was doing my head in. That is the stupidest quest ever. That is really stupid. So we were supposed to keep traveling around until we found it. No. No. It's not happening. It's just brought us back here. It just said mission. No, we're back in Parima. No. It's not working. Hey, that thing with a mission did come up. This is bugged, guys. There should be some hint or something we pick up here. Let's go back to that system again. We're missing a step here. We're missing a big step. That looked promising for a while. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Nice. But you see that thing where it said mission? This is the most backward quest ever, and this is the way it's done.
No distance is too far for you, Captain.
You're on comms. Something up? Ever caught a razor derby match? You've got to be a...
Okay. You see that there where it says mission? Look. That just brings me right back to where we came from. Yeah, you see the mission? Okay. That's obviously not it. No, guys, I would definitely say this is bugged. We're missing a step somewhere. Okay, let's go around to the planets. Yeah? Yeah, well, that's all we can do, really. Okay, that's one planet. We started from here. Let's go to this guy. But usually when you get that extra mission, it'll bring you right to it. If I had time, I'd Google it, you know, just because it's some kind of bug. No, it's the blue marker thing we want. That's not it. What's that? Okay, that's that one. That's 2. I wonder if we scanned them. It'll make a difference, would it? Oh, yeah, of course.
That got a little too exciting back there. My crew wants you to... Any way we can repay... Done. Can't stay here gabbing all day.
Well, that's not one anyway. It's got no O2. Gravity, atmosphere, high end too. It's definitely not that one. We'll scan him from here. High CO2. Standard CO2. Yeah, we don't have to travel here. That one. Okay. Okay, we got these. We'll get these ones. Tin. No atmosphere. Oh god. Okay, oh we know what that is. It's a gas joint. Yep. We get this one. Okay. That's no good either. Zero. It'll be one of these larger planets. There's standard O2. It's temperate. It has standard O2. And it's got fauna and flora. But I still can't find this.
Civilian transport to unknown vessel.
Ah, for good God.
This is a commercial passenger transport liner wanting to alert you about hostiles in the system. It's our company's policy. Us friendlies have got to watch each other's backs out here. Safe travels, stranger.
That's a pity. Okay. I don't think we're doing this quest, guys. This is too stupid. It really is. Unless we find them here saying some kind of settlement, but there's nothing here. Okay, so let's assume it's not that one. There's not much left to scan anyway. Frozen. They're definitely not going to be on a moon. No. I think we're jumping one piece of the quest, guys. It's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. There's a ship there, guys. I think this might be it. Here, let's scan these. It just says ship. But that could be anything. I think... Well, I've never been to this system before. Could be that. Okay, let's go to the ship. This has got to be them. It's gotta be. I did, yeah. Is that you can actually meet up with them in the starship again? Everything is just constant. Doesn't stick around in one location for too long. Ah. It's a pity they didn't explain that. I'm just fine, because you're obviously going like they put up markers there, you know, that are to say the least very misleading. I started streaming nice Mass Effect on Wednesday and Thursday, and the game is so good. Ah, that's nice. If they kind of explained that, you'd have to bump into them somewhere. You'd find them somewhere. You wouldn't worry about it. You know what I mean? It's the Vegas game ever. No, there's no ship here. I don't get this, guys. It says ship and now there's no ship. You know what? I'm kind of done with this. To be honest, I really am. There's the ship there, look. No, it just says Derelict Nebula. That's not the ship, guys. That's that. They're not here. The White Arrow. Oh, it's gotta be, on HUD. Oh yeah, I know that. I've been trying that. Now, you see that white arrow usually goes straight to the planet. Oh! Direct Nebula. Okay, we'll go to that. We'll see what that is. Dock. I don't know what this Direct Nebula is, guys, but I know it's just sidetracking me somewhere else. I don't think this has anything got to do. Oh, that's it, guys. There's no way out of this. Oh, here it is. I don't think this has anything got to do with the quest, to be honest.
Be advised that this is now in
No. This doesn't have anything got to do with it, guys. Citizen. Just said citizen. No, this has nothing got to do with it. Nah, we're done. I'll Google it later and see how that quest is done. But I know we're missing something in that system, guys. Yeah, it's just a derelict ship. I know we're missing something. And what we're missing is that ship where it's supposed to be. It's a pity. I'll have a quick look around, but it's a waste of time. I think myself. So this is where I'm wasting all the time on the game. A game that totally doesn't deserve it, you know? Trying to figure out, is it a bug or are they just stupid? You know what I mean? Is it both? Well, that's what I was expecting on the HUD there, you see that? When I went to Parima. Now, you see that one there? We'll go back again. Okay, what's that there? Well, whatever it is, I can't. It's too far away. There it is. That's just bringing us back to Parima. It's bringing us back there. There's something missing from the game there that we're supposed to pick up something. And there we go. Back again. And it said this is the mission. But that's the only thing we have on that. And that's Parima. That's the other planets. No, this is undoable, guys. I think I've wasted too much time on that. You said you picked this crest up from the guy. Yeah. Well, he's not talking, is he? Nah. Enough. Enough. Imagine doing a cash grab on this. Charging people 40 euros extra to play it 4 days early. Unbelievable.
All my life, I've wondered about.
Right, let's do something different, guys. Forget about that one anyway. And I don't want to do that. That's a biggie. Okay, let's finish this Vanguard thing. Worry about it later. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Probably a digital piece of junk. That'll probably break down as well in a couple of days. So what they did was they just got a smartwatch and put some decoration on it. That's really sickening me. Not as there. Now, having said that, guys, it just said the location of it. It didn't. That's it. If it is a quest, it's a funny thing, isn't it? Maybe they come back there later or something once I get a certain quest out of the way. Which begs the question, why even bother putting it here until that's kind of ready, you know? And they're not in the location either. I don't know. They've done a lot of things wrong in this game, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did something stupid like that. Now this is kind of buggy too. I've got to always land in the spaceport, no matter how far it is away. So I've got to take the map then from here. Oh. I'll check it out later. If I could see someone else do the quest, I'd know exactly, you know, what's going on. Mass District. Right. It's just to add another hour to the 60 or 70 already wasted on this game, just trying to figure out what's going on and getting around our bugs. That's not including the grinding and the quest doing, if you could call them quests. The deliveries, yeah.
Another day,
Now, okay. No mods will fix this game. You know what I mean? Even if they get it to run smooth, it's a waste of time. Well, they couldn't get it Skyrim. You know, the unofficial patch has been out that a long time. And I've still found massive game-stopping bugs in that one. Same with Fallout 4. Oh, hang on. Gotta go up to the offices again. From once the same problem you're having. The ship is not there where the quest marker says. So it is a bug. Yeah, of course. No fix for that one. Yeah, of course it is. Tell me it wasn't an achievement. That's what I told you. I didn't like to leave the activities like that, young. You know the activities? So what? That's why I told you about the activities. There's something off, you know? No, of course not. Yeah, there never is. I couldn't describe how bad it is. You would need to be paid to play this game. Yeah, and it's only been out about 4 months. Yeah, I couldn't describe how bad it is. Well, they wanted to release it, and then they had an extra year and a half young to polish it. You know? They had an extra year and a half to polish it. No, they just don't care. The house that they gave me, I seen some classic mistakes in it, like somebody that just started modding, you know, did it. So you're trying to put down a carpet, but you can only put it, let's say, coming out that much from the wall, and then it tells you it's hitting something when it's not. So what to do is when they make a little thing like this, let's say they make it a certain size and it's too big, and then they'll scale it down, alright, and then they'll plop it in. The problem is the original size, you know what I mean, will always be there. So there'll be like an invisible force field kind of thing, you know, going around. So putting carpets or stuff like that correctly, you know, never works. Fallout 4 wasn't that bad, and that was bad. Yeah. I don't know how they managed to pull the launch off. Well, let's say, and get it. Well, then you see, I suppose, in 10 hours, it would take 10 hours just to kind of, you know, get into the game and that. But once you start doing the quests, you know what I mean? Yeah, once you start doing the quest, then it's all over. But to be honest, you know, Todd should give you 100 to play this game. No, it doesn't. It gets much worse, if that's possible. It's endless delivery quests. I cannot build a shipbuilding platform. I cannot build a landing pad. My what do you call them? Those little settlements, those whatever they are. They're all bugged out for me. I cannot bring a follower with me, or I cannot get him back on the ship. I can go on forever. I've spent over 60 hours getting around the bugs. Dave, yeah. And still, this I can't, yeah. No, I tell you what happens. It's stable for a while, Dave. Then you go back, you can't use the workbench. Right? I found a fix for that. Then let's say you try to fast travel there in your ship, and it brings you to the other side of the universe, off the edge, and you can't get back. So you got to delete a save then to get back, so you've lost a lot of time. Or you land on your ship and your ship disappears and you'll never see it again. So I can go on forever. Or you take off to land on the planet, and you take off and you arrive in space minus the ship. And you're floating out there in space without a ship, bouncing off planets. Like Pong. Yeah. I've seen it all in this game. I've never seen a game more buggy, more badly done. It's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Now, there's two guys in a garage that did their own game, which is a masterpiece compared to this, and that's Valheim. And it's only $20. And these guys are not greedy, you know. There's no NPCs, there's no fancy ships, there's none of that. It's more engaging, it's more playable, you know what I mean? And the graphics are not as good as this, but it's a vastly, vastly superior game. It doesn't matter how pretty they make it look. If the game is trash, it's trash. You know, they just put a nice skin on it, you know. It's still a pig in a bag. No, I'm on Xbox. Yeah. It's a disgrace on Xbox. Yeah. I'm not going to be much longer on console, to be honest. I've had enough. Oh, I wouldn't mind stuff like that. It's the bugs. Yeah. Yeah. Which is ironic because Microsoft are trying to sell consoles. You know what I mean? Doesn't run smooth on this, I can tell you. Look at this. I don't know if I want to play this anymore, you know that. Now I'm stuck with a game with all the achievements. You know what? I'm not in the mood for these quests for a while. We'll do a little bit of what's it called again? We'll do a little bit of exploring, you know, doing the planets and that. Yeah, not too bad. Well, you know, it was made for console, wasn't it? You know. By Microsoft, you know, are at the helm now. Mm-hmm.
All my life, I wondered about question.
I'll show you here. I'll just show you here. You see that? The location. That's all I have, right? Now, a hard reset might fix this, guys. But I can't a hard reset or I'll lose the Twitch stream. I might try a hard reset later. No, most of them are barren. Absolutely barren. Now, watch this. Now, it only let me jump here. Let's try something different, guys. I don't even know what that is there. Legendary ship, is it? Let's jump here to Jaffa. We're trying that way. There used to be a bog on Skyrim. And then from here, we'll go where it says mission. But I don't think this would work. You see that? Not a hope. Am I getting jumped now? Yeah, I am. Space combat is ridiculous because I can't see where everyone is. Okay, that's that. Okay, let's try it now. You see that? Now you'd imagine that would take you there. Let me try it again.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
No. There's something off here, guys. There's something really badly wrong. And this is not working either. It should bring me straight there from there. Maybe I tried from the other end of the universe. Could be a padding problem. Sometimes if you approach something from a different direction, I've seen this work in Skyrim with the missing missing dragging shouts. Seen it work on Fallout 4 as well. You can't get to where you want to, and it goes, yeah, since you missed something, go back. Probably, yeah. One game I want to play is No Man's Sky. I heard it had a really bad launch, but they turned it around. Yeah. I heard the same. Guys, it shouldn't be doing that. It should bring me straight there. It won't jump there. I know if I go into the system, it's not going to spawn. But I should be able to jump right to that. Because when we went there before, it let us jump. I wonder what's wrong. There's no way I'm going back 70, 80 hours to do this one. It's not... Oh, there. I don't think it'll work. Not a hope. There's not... It's just not here, guys. You know what I mean? There's not a lot I can do. It's just not here. Well, I would have to probably lose about 70 hours, 80 hours to get back that. You know what I mean? Because I did a lot of grinding as well. But let's go back. Let's go back a bit. Now, this is... Where's this one here? This is 8 days, 4 hours, okay? And this is 6 days, 8 hours, right? That's 40 something hours. Let's check it from that. See, is it there? See when the bug creeped in. Or see when I picked up that stupid thing. Yeah, I think I did load far enough back before I picked up the quest, Dave. Well, there, it's not there anyway in that. Okay. So I don't know where I picked that up. Now... There's one here. 6 days, 20... let's go to 7 days, 14 hours. Number 20. There's no way in the world I'm going to grind that back again. It's not happening. I've already lost 60, 65 hours on this so far. There it is there. Oh. This is when I was trying to do this stupid thing. I don't know when I picked up that quest, to be honest.
Yes, your immaculateness.
No, it's not here. It didn't spawn at all. Even back this far, it didn't spawn. And like, even if you got it back before, when you get the quest again, I would just do the same thing again. You know what I mean? I don't know, this has me beaten, guys, to be honest. I thought I was missing something, but obviously not. Here's one here, 7 days, 19 hours. That's a lot of time, isn't it, guys? What was it? 7:28, wasn't it? Or what was it? Okay, that was number 20, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, that wasn't back far enough, apparently. That's 6 levels of hard grinding. So here's one here. This is going back a lot. That's going back a lot. But even if it came up again, you know, you're pretty much finished anyway. You know, even if you wanted to grind for another 6 days, you know. Oh, totally. Yeah. I'm surprised, you know, I managed to do any quests. There it is there. It's even gone back that far. I'm not sure, Dave. Yeah, I'm not sure. But this is not here, guys. I expected this to be pretty simple. Stupid, wasn't I? That was level 101. Okay, here it is. 20... level 91. Yeah, got to be kidding me. I'm not losing 60 more hours again just to have it come up and literally bug out again. You know what I mean? Not happening. As long as it didn't lead, that's probably an achievement as well. If I could just get my achievements from this game and just move on. I might go all out for those. I think I've had it with this. No, there it is there. Even back to level 91. That was bugged right from the start. I picked it up. There it is. There it is, guys. At level 91. I'm not going back that far. That's where it should be, you see it? Is that a ship there? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, but that's too far back. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Oh my good God. Yeah, about 50 hours. About 50 hours. Yeah, that's the usual thing. That's where it should be. I knew it should have been there. Now a hard reset, guys. A hard reset might be able to fix this. But I'd lose Twitch. And for me to carry on is a waste of time doing the other stuff. That's the second time. The fifth time, actually. But this is what I'm saying about the... Yeah. Yeah. That activity bugs out and the ship disappears. This is on PC console. Fix for it though. That's what I thought about them. They were pretty silly. But it should be right here. Now, who knows? We load it up again. It might actually be there this time. God, guys, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Oh, you're kidding me. I had to put up several bases as well. I knew it was a mistake leaving those activity ones too far, guys. God help us. I don't know what to do, to be honest. I'm sick of this game. All the progress, because there are always fixes in the console. Yeah. But the fact that you'd have to do that, guys, is just too silly. Okay. I don't know what to do now. Nah. Nah. No. That would be lost hope. Yeah, but if you've got to automatically do something like that and not finish the quest yourself, if you've got to get a console to finish it for you, the game is not worth playing.
All my life, I wondered about...
Let's try it again. but it proves it. It should have showing up exactly where it said it would be. So the activities are bugged. To get rid of those straight away. No. It should be right there. The ship should be right there.
I know that's grammatically impossible, but somehow you...
To be honest, I think we're even showing up in the wrong spot. No, that's it. I go back to level 91, or I don't play this game. I lose, what, 9, 14, 20 something levels. And how many hours? This is 8 days, 5.5 hours. $40-something hours. No. No. It stays there until you do the quest. The markers are still there. Everything is there. All the markers are there. 40 hours, guys. Let me see. Now we'll try this one. That's not much more. There's that one there. 623. The activities are dodgy. They're really, really, really dodgy. This is why I hate picking them up. I said it, you know, letting them build up was a problem. I didn't know how much, to be honest. That should have been taken out as soon as it came up. I don't care if it kills me, guys. I'll finish this game. And then I'm done with Todd. Todd is an ass. Had I known what I was getting into, guys, there's no way I would have started this game. Yeah. I have a lot of work to do on this. Okay, so we'll start from level 91. We've lost... my own fault, anyway. I said it from the start, remember that? I knew there was something iffy about those activities, Young. Remember I said I want to keep getting them out because they're kind of iffy. I always said that the other quests, once you start them, are kind of okay, you know, but the ones where you gotta call on people, you know, are dodgy. I said it from the very start, guys. I said it from the very start. I had a feeling about them. So, this is where we were. We were level 117, 91, so 17 and 9. 26 levels. That's 26 levels. What I'll have to do is I'll go all out, guys, in making a better grinding system. And I'll get it back. I'll be back on track. If I try, I could probably get back to where I was in 24, maybe 25 hours. So let's say 8 days, 5.5 hours, and level 91 is 5.5 hours. 48, nearly 56 hours lost. Yeah, 56 hours. Okay, we'll get this quest done. Then what I'll do is I'll go mega into building a system where I can get that experience back quick. Yeah, just thought, you don't think you would ever have to go a certain time of day by waiting in a day? Oh, I'll try anything. You're right, I should try other options to see if I can get around this. But I don't think I can. You know, when we show up there at any time, day or night, that should be there. Now, there's a similar problem, let's say in Fallout 4, with some of the random quests. If you leave it too long, they disappear and they bug out. You know what I mean? I could have been in this system before or something and it just bugs out. I don't know. I'm willing to try anything, you know, instead of losing 56 hours. So that will be 56 and at, let's say 60 would was 120 hours. Yeah, lost on this game so far. 120 hours. Okay. Let me load this one up and let me see how organized I am. But I think I didn't put that proper grinding system in for experience unfortunately, until I got to level 100. But I know where everything is. But it's still a lot of grinding. Here, let me go back. That's still a lot of grinding. It's a pity I didn't work that out earlier today. I've been grinding non-stop on this for 2 days to get those levels up. Where am I anyway? Where are we? Oh, on Mars. What was it doing here in Mars? And let's see what quests are here now. Oh, hang on. This isn't even here, guys. Hang on, it might not be level... Hang on. It might not be level 91. It might be the other one. I think it's that one there, isn't it? Hang on. That might not be too bad because I've got the other little thing going. That's why I didn't like picking up those activity quests. I knew they were dodgy. Yeah, this is the one here it works from, isn't it? So, okay. There it is. Okay, so we got... what? That's not too bad. That's 12 levels. So it's 101. Now, let's see what infrastructure I have up here before we start. Okay, I got the old stuff. It's this guy down here. Oh, cool. Ah, sugar. No. I haven't got the other one up. That is a pity. I'd have to start that again. That was torture doing that. There's a system here. What's it called? There it is. I'd have to start off all of that again. That is horrible. That was a big job getting that done. That was a big job. That's a pity. Oh, let's try the one after that. That was 101. Now, this is not much further. This is 623.46. Well, that's too far, probably. Okay, let's go to the 106 and then we'll try that one. I knew that ship should have been there. It might not be too bad if the groundwork is up for the other settlement. Oh yeah, that is there. But there is no way of telling the... Oh, there is a way of telling the time of day. There is. This is the 106, isn't it? Okay, that's not happening. What's that? What am I carrying? Some junk? Aha, 7,000 adaptive frames. That would do it alright, wouldn't it? Let's see how much of this game we can save. This is 106. Yeah, carrying too much.
I heard you're a member of the UC Vanguard.
No.
They're so
Whatever happened, it happened here. Okay. So 106 is too far. No, 101, guys. Well, we tried that one there. 6:21.5. Here's a few hours after. About 2.5 hours after. Now, if that's the case, that bug happened between those 2 hours, if it's not here. So I wonder what caused it. Not that it makes much of a difference. Still a lot of time to lose. Now, you see this one here? I'm going to do a new save for this up here for a moment, so we can easily find it. There it is there. Now let's check if that's there. We go do that immediately. Because I know myself, the ship should be there. It should make a difference about the time. Apparently other people have had this problem. We'll check. It's not here, guys. No, we are going back to 91. No, it happened somewhere between those 2 hours. That bug. Yeah, it happened somewhere between the 2 hours. It's the other one. It's the other 101. So it happened somewhere between those two. Between 6 days 21 5 minutes and 6 days 23:46. Somewhere there. And that happened a long time ago, guys. We should have taken that mission when we got it out, but I didn't see this stupid thing. So it's that one there. The one from the embassy. So that's 621. Right, and this is where we were. $621. Let's say 7. It's what? 24, 29 and a half hours. 29 and a half hours and 29 and a half. 32 and a half hours. Well, that's much better than 60 something, isn't it? I still have to put up the settlements. Because I'm going to have to grind really, really hard to get back to where I was. This one here. One from the end. The bug happened somewhere between those 2 hours. I think it's the longer you leave it, the better chance it is of bugging out. I don't know where I find the patience to play these games. I must like the punishment. And what was I doing here? Oh, this was in the middle of a quest. Oh, we finished the quest, wasn't it? Oh my god, yeah. This is a stupid quest we were doing. You remember that one? You see that one there? Yeah, there's nothing in there anyway, guys. You see in there? That's a video I lost a lot of weapons as well. And a lot of levels. Let's get out of here. Well, either way, we'll have to finish this quest as well before this bugs out. This is a pity. This really is a pity. Okay. Well, let's get rid of those bugs. You see, I had a massive plant build to grind up quickly, but it took a while to do it, and it was riddled with bugs. So I had to have all the stuff there to get it done as quickly as possible. And I was grinding on that, and I would have been able to double on that by connecting that to another one. And I was yet to build. I should have gone straight into that. And thanks for following, Dave. Appreciate it. And welcome to the community. But no, I've learned a lesson. You cannot leave the activities there. They've got to take top priority. And I was constantly checking them all along. It's just when I got into grinding, I don't know where, I don't even remember picking up that quest. I really don't. No, it's totally bugged. Now, what I want to do is I put the books in here. We'll give it a save here in carts. We'll go out and make absolutely sure that ship is there. Right? We'll finish that. And then we'll go back and finish this one. And then what I'll have to do is... we'll have to build some of these bases. This was just an overflow thing. But it's nasty, you know what I mean? Because they're pretty buggy. They are really buggy. And there's a good few books as well I lost. Weapons. Oh, I've got absolute junk. Okay. Let me see. Let me see where I am with this here. Skills. I've got what? 4 skill points? Wow. Okay. That is a pity. And persuasion, commerce is done. Persuasion, yeah, I don't know where I'll put those for. Yeah, there's no rush. Okay. Now we're gonna save here. That's a lot of levels. But if I prioritize for about 10-15 hours, you know, the production, I will be able to get the 117 back again, but it's going to be a grind. You know, even if I make a level 4 production plant, which in theory it's easy, but when you're trying to string these together, they bug out so quickly. You know, you've got to get a finish. It's not like you can do a bit and go back and just hope to God that the whole thing will move. Now. Oh, come on. I hope it's here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. There's what, 30-something hours. And let's say if I prioritize the other thing, I should be able to do it in half that time. Because I spent hours looking for the right locations. Now I know where the right locations is. And we learn a valuable lesson about the activities. The second they show up, get them out.
This is the Earth colony ship Constant. What is the nature of your communication? Hey, look who it is. Nice to see you again.
Do you need any help with anything?
I think we're doing pretty good. Captain Breckenridge hasn't informed me of any pressing concerns.
This is terrible.
Actually, Abe might need some help from someone with the ship. He's been stressing out.
Yeah, I might be able to cut it down to half that time. And then we'll fly to the missions. It's the searching that I did, you know, that's all.
Not bad, but not great. As you can imagine, we're still searching.
Please tell me it just wasn't something as simple as this, was it?
Has shot them down for one reason or another. Some of the reasons have been very good, honestly, like not wanting to live on a planet with lots of volcanic activity or one that constantly smells of sulfur. But I feel like we could have settled for less than absolute perfection by now.
So we gotta find them a planet, is it? So where are you off to next?
It's hard to say at the moment.
That's where they go to that other system. I should have doing this.
At least one of them will be to our liking.
Oh well.
It's disappointing that we haven't found something yet or settled for less, but I get it.
I'll put it this way. By the time I stream Tuesday, I'll be well back to where we were.
And there are no shortages of hospitable worlds. Great. The engineers are keeping it running.
All this for a chat.
The grav drive still works.
But the quest won't progress until this goes on unsaid.
We've been able to pick up supplies and
Oh.
much needed maintenance on the Oak Constant.
That it? Dock. Well, I'm gonna dock. We'll see where it goes. It might still be bugged. It actually might still be bugged. Okay, what am I to do? Oh yeah, no, maybe not.
Satisfied to see that you
Oh, sugar. Is that it? Activities? No. No. This says the location of the contents. It's here. Okay. So what do they want me to do now? Get back in the ship?
sleep cycle.
There's something badly wrong here, guys.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
Oh, sugar. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work. We can find that stupid captain. I think she's down here to the right. I really don't know what they want from me.
Times, aren't they?
It's not even as simple as this. Now what do we do?
I wonder what else is out there.
Okay, let's get back into our ship. Where is that stupid captain? No. This is bugged from the start, guys. No, it was just a chit. Oh, hang on, who's that there? Okay, let's get back to the ship. I don't think we're out of the woods, even going back this far.
To address threats coming from outside our ship.
You're kidding me. Another 6-7 hours now trying to work this out. Okay, the chat didn't work.
Great. How many more days, months, years of being cooped up here?
Don't know what they want from me. Really don't know what they want from me. Oh no, it's there all right. Why did it send me back to the ship? Yeah, it's the captain. I need to see her, all right.
To be able to see yourself whenever you want. I bet your whole house is full.
This is the Earth colony ship Constant. Well, if it is.
Okay, let's find that captain. And the marker is pushing me the wrong way. It's definitely on the ship.
We've docked. I'm sure whoever's in that ship will be thrilled to see you.
Oh, come on. She's sending me back into the ship for some reason. Oh yeah. So we gotta find that captain.
Now that we know what's out there.
And where was the control room again? Engineering, command bay.
Constant is a peaceful ship.
This way here. Engineering, command bay. Command bay.
Rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
Command bay.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Now that we know there are other people out
I think the captain has disappeared, guys. Has she? Yeah, I'm in trouble. No.
That planet was not right for us anyway. No doubt the next one will be.
I think we're in trouble, guys. I can't work this out. There she is.
My crew may not realize it now, but we will be much happier with a home of our own.
Yes, why do you need a new home instead of just... No, this is not going to work, guys.
That's a good question. But I firmly believe that establishing our own
This is not
home
gonna
is what
work.
our ancestors would want for us. I think that we will assimilate to some degree. However, it may seem like... Understandably, I have no doubt that even... And it's important to remember.
Oh, God.
I think I'm...
No.
Because of that, I think some people on the ship... Until next time.
And that's just a ship down there.
We've got strict rules around here.
No.
They're strict for a reason.
I haven't got a clue now. I don't think we're going to be finishing this.
You did the right thing convincing me to allow Janet to leave. I'm more... Safe travels to you.
I don't know what this is about, guys. Ah, for goodness sake.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Well, then again, I haven't seen it.
No, that's just leading me back out to the ship.
Now that we know there are
No, I don't know where to go from here.
Now that we know what's out
This
there,
is
things are
bugged beyond fixing right from the start. Even going back this far wouldn't make a difference. Literally wouldn't make a difference.
Hey, maybe you could help out. He's been talking about needing someone with a ship.
What? Speak with Abe. Maybe this is what's holding it up. But I can't believe I have to do another one of these. I know I'm doing this for nothing. Oh, for God's sake. What is this location of the ECS contents? I really love this menu system, you know that it's really cutting edge stuff. Might be this holding it up, but you know what? I doubt it very much. Now finding Abe, that's gonna be the good thing here. That's gonna be the interesting one. Abe is stuck in the hall. Of course, yeah. Of course he is. Oh, these kind of stupid quests go in trees. Maybe that's what's holding it up. But it doesn't explain why we got that other one.
Just stay out of trouble.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You're lucky we're under orders not to escort you right off this ship.
Take no offense, but I'm keeping an eye on you.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
And Gabe is down here,
Wonder
is
what
he?
it's like out there.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside. Just because our equipment's
Here's Abe. Idiot Abe.
It's hard work keeping everyone happy and if you'd be good.
Maybe this will clear it up. I don't know, but I doubt it. To be honest. Oh, there it is. It is updated. It said it was updated. Okay. I don't think so, but we'll see. Okay, I spoke with Abe. What happened there? There it is, family reunion. I think that's what's holding it. He'd have finished these.
We got strict rules around.
I'm only guessing, to be honest. Personally myself, I think we're done. I think we've had it. I'll give it a shot. Oh, the Red Mile. And this is where I pick up a ton more activities. Just to really tick me off. Yeah, just to really tick me off. Oh, these spammy quests usually come in trees, we'll see. Oh, hi, OMG, how have you been? I think we've lost another 40 hours from this. Thought it would be a lot, you know that.
Mess around
Yeah, he owes me a lot.
All are welcome at the Red Mile. We don't ask too much.
Sorry, do I know you? Wow, for me. How do I know this isn't? I hear you. Ha, well, sure. Okay. Let me take a look at what you've got there.
Okay.
Here's hoping it does.
See what I mean? Deliveries. Literally deliveries. Every single quest I've done in this game has been a delivery. I think it must have been waiting on that last quest. Well, that's the third one. As far as I know, it's got to be that. And then when that wasn't... When we probably passed some plot line where the ship moves or something. And that was the end of it. It's got to be something stupid like that. But to be honest, I'm stuck if I don't get rid of that... if I don't get rid of that, you know, that constant thing located. I think this won't work. I'm not sure. I think we should have doing this before we got that message, but somehow got that message. We'll see. Hoo-hoo! Okay, maybe I pushed the wrong one. I probably pushed the wrong one. Okay, I did. Well, we'll deliver this and see does that one disappear.
Hello, Captain.
Maybe that locate that was to get me back to do this one. And then when I left it a little bit long,
Just
it bugged out.
stay out of trouble. Never seen a ship.
Maybe that's what it was. Well, we're going to find out soon enough, aren't we?
Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more prepared for trouble. Careful waving that fancy gun around. You don't need to see.
Oh, I love the layout in this ship. It's good stuff.
Now that we know what's out there,
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that. We were never trained to address threats.
Now. I don't know what's going on with that one. I don't think this is a fix for it, guys. To be honest.
Again, I know they're really gonna... Great! What's the word? Well, it may take some time for them to come around. No reason to give up hope. Anyway, thanks for the help. Come see me if you ever want to do it again.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This has nothing got to do with it. This has nothing got to do with it, guys. I think this is an endless spam. No. No, 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 no. No. I don't think I can fix this, guys. I don't know, it's nothing got to do with that quest. Sugar.
I'm worried about Janet. I wonder if someone from the outside...
There's not much I can do. I think they're endless. I think they're endless. It was worth a try. If this is not an achievement, I'll just ignore it, but... Look. Showing me back down to the captain. See it there? No, that's just the location of the ship. Let me Google that, guys, and see what that actually means. I know the ship was gone, so... What was that about? Yeah. Before I invest any more time in this game, I'll have to figure this out. I am totally missing something here.
This is the Earth colony ship. I was...
No.
I think we're doing pretty good. Captain Breckenridge hasn't informed me of any pressing concerns, at least.
Well, I've been on almost 4 hours. I think I might leave it here and see if I can figure out this bug, because it's pointless going on. Now, if this is bugged and it doesn't run into an achievement, I really don't care. I'll just smooth over it and we'll carry on from the other save. You know what I mean? Because the sooner I'm out of this game, the better. Yeah. Oh, give me a few hours to see if I can work it out. Because it's pointless, you know, putting more time in this game. There's something else I could do, let's say, you know, instead of this. It's a pity I can't scrub the records of this game from my console, to be honest. You could do that on the 360. Right, I think I'll leave it here because I'll need a couple of hours to try and figure this out. I'll do a bit of Googling and see exactly what that's about. But there's something up. I would have ignored it, let's say, if the ship was here and it just stayed there. I'd say, okay, you know, at a certain time it's just telling us the location. The fact that the ship was disappeared, you know, that it disappeared, I should say. You know, that could be a problem. Maybe it's not even a problem. You know, maybe it continues from that and I've got to do another certain quest to kind of get it to... Yeah, but the marker system was pretty bad. I'm not sure how that's going. Right, it's pointless investing more time in this game until I know what's going on. But I'm definitely not going to do a restart on this under no circumstances. Yeah, I'll leave it here. I'll do a bit of Googling. I'll get some rest and then I'll see if I can get around this bug. But I'll be back tomorrow, guys, at the same time. So I've almost done my kind of minimum time of 4 hours. But any time we invest in it from here might be a waste of time, you know. So yeah, I'll see if I can figure it out. So thanks for the follows tonight, guys, and the raids. I think we had a raid, didn't we? We did, yeah. I appreciate it. So goodbye, OMG, and you too, Dave, and thanks again for following. And of course, Young, have a good one. And run around, take care and stay safe. And of course to Tigger and Terry, take care, ladies. This is really sickening me now. I'm just fine. Yeah, I expected the game to be buggy, but this is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't mind if it was 1 or 2 or 3, but like, I think this is about the 8th one I've had so far. And you too, I'm just fine. And of course, O'Keefe, have a good one. And Suburban Werewolf, if you're watching, take care. And of course, Duru. I hope you have a good day. And thanks again for stopping by in that raid, Degeneration. Appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by, Jetson. And you too, champ. And oh, Hufflepuff as well. And congratulations with your new job. I hope it works out for you, Hufflepuff. And I hope you have a great day. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Now, as I said, if this doesn't lead to an achievement, I'm not really bothered about it. So that's the first thing we're going to check. Then I'll check about that invisible ship and this. I don't think that guy would, the little quest, I don't think he's anything got to do with that. So that's going to be a problem. I need to know what that marker means. You know, what does it come up for? Yeah, so I'll check that out. So what I'll do is we'll go straight to a raid, guys. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow and we'll see. If this gives me much more trouble, we'll switch to another game. Because I pretty much had it now with this game, to be honest. But I'm not joking, had I known you couldn't pay me enough money to play this game. Life is too short for this. Okay, so let's see who's streaming. Now, it shouldn't take me too long, guys. And again, thanks everyone for hanging out, for watching and lurking. I appreciate it, guys. So, let's see who's streaming.